Hello, Fazbear. Happy St. Patty's Day. How are you? I'm growing. Hello. Mm, Need to give me some water quick and in a hurry. How are you guys doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Mm, I always have my volume up. I think I turn it down and I always have it up. Let me get this off of here. There you go. I don't know why. Hello, hello, hello. Mm, Glad you guys come on in. Come on in. Sitting my water down here. Let me go ahead and share it out a little bit. I hope everyone is doing wonderful, having a fantastic day today, this afternoon, evening for some of us, and probably morning for some of us, somewhere. Oh boy. So good to see you all. So good to see you all. I just thought I'd stop on here for a few minutes. And, oh, that's what I forgot to say. Talk about um, deck review, courtyard gardening, veranda gardening. It's kind of all the same. Um, but even in, deck review for my own deck and courtyard for people who have patios, courtyard garden and veranda gardening where you can put something like a tent up um, in your space and create like a veranda, something like that. And I've also done my own garden flow chart that I wanted to share because so far this year it has really helped me a lot. And I'm really glad that I did it as I was setting everything up. Excuse me. As I was setting everything up, I actually and I'm going to show it to you. I actually have it here. I'm going to show it a little bit later. Um, Let some more people get in and I'll show it then. But I was glad I charted it this year because last year what I found out quite often was no matter how I marked it, at some point in time I lost my markers. Either creature features got them or the wind got them or the rain got them. Um, where it would like wash off what I had written on there. And I have another method that I want to do, but it's more time consuming and I just haven't had time. I'm going to show you all what I did for marking my plants and so forth. It's been wonderful. Hey, Bree, what's up? How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. How you doing? How you doing, Bree? So good to see you. So good to see you. Guys, don't forget to thumbs up on your way in. Yes, hello, Mrs. Mitchell. How are you? Thank you for coming. How are you doing? How are you doing, Mrs. Mitchell? I'm going to be showing my flow chart, um, as a deck review and for courtyard gardens and veranda gardening. It's all pretty much the same, but being able to map it out has really, really saved me a lot of time. At work, just got through being on tornado lockdown. Oh, yeah, well, it didn't come through. I hope the tornado did not come through. I have been listening to all of the weather reports going around the country right now. It's just been cloudy and pretty chilly here. It's not what I would call cold, but for us at this time of the year, it's pretty cold. I think it was maybe like down into the 50s today, which isn't really like cold, but we've had some 70-degree weather and lower 80s lately. So when you drop from 70s to 80s, it's cold. Uh, so I hope everybody's okay, Bree, where you are, and everybody else, if anybody else is in the path of the storm. Um, I'm not sure. Where is everybody at? I know, well, of course, Fazbear's in Ireland. But I am growing. Where are you located? And Mrs. Mitchell, where are you located? Mm. Bree, I know where you are. I know where you are. And I'm in North Carolina, so it's just cold here, but that's about it. We're good. That's good. Yes, I know you're in Alabama, Bree. Good. I'm glad it passed over you. I hope it passes over everybody, and I hope that if it does touch down wherever, it's not that bad and doesn't destroy too much. When I grew up in the Midwest, and tornadoes were, I won't say they were an everyday thing, but at this time of the year, oh my God, the sirens went off, and we had to spend a lot of times down in the basement because of it. Hey, Edward, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Mrs. Mitchell says we are 70 tomorrow and dropping to 30s overnight. LOL, blessed gardener. Just closed my page. LOL, this blessed gardener just closed my page. Okay. Yes, 7A Tennessee. Okay. I know you are, Bree. Hey, how you doing, Edward? How are you doing? Yes, and that's the way it's been here in the middle of the night. It has been dropping down quite a bit. I think we reached the upper 30s a couple of nights, just the upper 30s. We didn't get too far down in there. Um, but guys, the other day I did a video of when the before and after of just where I was sitting my plants and some of the things I've planted. Um, and when I was out there, it's good to have something that you can refer back to. That's why I have on there deck review and courtyard garden and veranda gardening, because if you plan it out, and even if you have a plot of land, if you draw it out and plan it out, you can arrange your pots or your plants, if even if they're going in the ground, where I hear a lot of people saying that, especially people that garden year round, that at some point in time they get tired and they don't want to go out there just to water, or it's like, I just don't want to do this today. But, if you create something that, well, what I want to call, if you create something that looks good, or a place that you want to, you could put a bench out there or something like that. It doesn't, nothing has to be expensive. Even if you have a plot, and I'm going to show what I did on my flow chart shortly. But even if you have like a big square plot of land, let's say your house is up here, the back is down here, and depending on what you're planting, you can actually organize it by color, because things are going to, like, if you put your tomatoes in the back and they're going to grow tall, you're going to have red back there. You could put maybe green peppers or some lettuce in front of it. You can kind of organize it in that way. If you're growing corn, you could put the corn in the back. It's going to grow tall. You could put something else colored in front of it. There's so many ways to do it. Yes, to relax and enjoy it. Exactly. And then it won't seem like a chore. It won't seem like a chore. If you create a space that you feel good about, that you want to go out there, and you don't have to just sit pots wherever. And I know a lot of it depends on where the sun is, what needs sun. But if you map it out first, pencil and paper still works. It really does. I have 3 jalapeno peppers on 2 of my, yes, all right, plants. They're about an inch and a half in fat. That's awesome. That is awesome. It is awesome. I should have brought those over. I might grab them. I am actually growing popcorn from the actual popcorn kernels. And those plants are about 4 inches tall now. No, they're not 4 inches tall. They're about 3.5 inches tall now. And I only started them last week. So they're gonna grow fast. They're going to grow fast. And I'm really happy about that as well. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is what I did. This is what I did the other day. I actually drew this as I was out there. As you can see, let's see. This over here is my bench area, and the circles, if you looked at my garden at all at any time, the circles that you see on here are my red pots. And then these, like this one right here, those are my brown pots. So I didn't do anything fancy or anything. I took a fingernail polish bottle and drew the circles with, and the edge of my stapler to drew the lines with. Um, Miss Mitchell says, that's awesome, Edward. What zone are you in? Isn't that? I mean, they are growing zone 11. That is amazing. And I wrote down on my chart what's in every pot. That afforded me, oh, I something in my eye. That afforded me the opportunity to look at it on paper and say, you know what? I don't think I want that there. I want this something else. And it kept me from moving those pots until I was pretty much sure of where I wanted them. Because before that, like last year, I literally moved my plants several times before I decided I don't want this pot here, or oh my goodness, I don't want this pot here, or I need to put this pot over here because it's going to get more sun, or this pot needs to be up against the house where the sun's going to fade away faster because it needs more shade. I didn't do that this year. I didn't do that this year. Those pots moved one time because I had the paper, and um, I was able to look at it and review it. It's like I said, deck review. I was able to look at it and say, you know what, that's not going to work, or this is going to work. And some of my pots that I have out there are still empty, um, because it's not time for some of the stuff I have to go out yet, especially with this weird, like Miss Mitchell said, this weird 70. And what zone are you in? 7A, Tennessee. Okay, yeah, you're right next door. That with this crazy weather that we're having, 70 degrees, and then it drops down to 30. I mean, that's a wide range. And then when you go out, you can't dress right. It's just a hot mess. It's just a hot, and poor little veggies. I went out there a few minutes ago and it rained all day today, which is a good thing. But I went out there a few minutes before I came on just to check, and everything's still looks good, and everything's still intact. But it got awful cold last night. It got awful cold last night, um, and that's really different for us here. That is really different from us here. We by this time year, it's March, and this time typically it's like almost short weather. And matter of fact, during the day you do see people in shorts because it's 70 degrees, almost at the 80s. So I don't know what to say about that. And storms are going around right now. So like I said, I hope everybody is going to stay safe, where they are with all these storms and things. Yeah. So anybody else have anything growing so far? Anybody else? Edward, that is amazing. I know you are happy about those jalapenos. Come on now. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. About an inch and a half in fat. Okay. So they don't have, they're going to be ready soon because most jalapeno peppers only get to be about 2 inches. Maybe every now and then you'll have a huge one that's 2.5, but they typically are about that big. So it sounds like you're going to be ready to get those off of there soon. And do get them off of there so that more can grow on. And I got my radishes to start. I'm growing. I should be able to grow radishes, but for some reason I cannot get my radishes going. And I love radish. I can eat radish for a snack. I can just slice it and eat it. I like it that much. I can't get my radish. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Um, I've tried just about everything. I've been researching and reading, and I've tried different things. Last year, um, I got two radish. One was huge, really huge, and one was small, and that's it. No more. No more. That's all. One big, huge one, which I was thankful for, and one little bitty small one. And I couldn't even get my starts to start this year from seed. Couldn't get my starts to start. So that's good. That's good. I'm growing. What zone are you in? What zone are you in? Same here. Yes. Uh-huh. I'm trying to see if you are anywhere near anywhere near my zone. My food just got oh no, because of the storm, Bree. I know you upset about that. Yes. So I'm growing. What zone are you in? I'm just trying to see, maybe you can give me some tips on radishes if we're either in the same zone or nearby. I purchased some mushroom compost and put French rad in it, and they just popped. Oh, mm, okay. That sounds pretty good. 6A, okay. Is that Virginia? 6A, is that Virginia? Okay. So mushroom compost, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to try something because I love radishes and I'm not ready to give up. Yep, Starbucks is closed. The whole city is shut down practically. Oh, okay. All right. Well, Bree, I'm sorry about that because I know, honey, I know it's about time for you to eat. You need to eat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. So yes, Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay. Still on the East Coast, but Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania can get kind of cold. I need coffee, not food. Okay. You'll make it through, Bree. I know you need that coffee, though. I know you need that coffee. Yeah, so does anyone else chart their garden? Does anyone else do like a deck review? What kind do you have? Are you growing in pots? And if you're growing in pots, where are you all growing? Are you growing on a patio? Are you growing on a deck? Or are you growing in your yard? Or a balcony or something? Just where do you have your pots if you're growing in pots? Edward still no luck with the tomatoes, but I'm being patient. I might have to replant in a month or so. Okay. Have they come up at all? Are they flowering at all? Mrs. Mitchell said, I know you said you were going to check the pH in your soil. Did you? Yes, I did. I did a whole video on it. I sure did. I actually did a whole, it was a live. Matter of fact, I think I want to say, the last live that I did. It might not have been I think it was the last live I did. I'm pretty sure it was. I sure did. And as I suspected, it's all acidic. All acidic. Yes, I sure did. I am having coffee. Sorry y'all. No worries, no worries. I know how that is, especially when you want it, need it, and can't get it. Yes, I'm growing indoors under lights. I don't have an outside option. Okay, well that's wonderful that you got those radishes to grow inside. That is amazing. I'm growing. Yeah, Mrs. Mister for the radish. Okay. They are not flowering, but the plants are tall. Hmm. Have you been giving it any fertilizer at all? Once I fertilized mine with that 511, I might as well had a bouquet of flowers. They just took off from there. Before that, they were struggling. I had a flower here and a flower there, flower on this limb, flower on that limb. But that 511, it took off. It took off. So, are you using any kind of fertilizer with them? And the first year I had feed them, Edward. Yes, that's what I was just asking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. What I found, and this is just my experience, is that during the growing season, that's when you need to fertilize. Not every time, but maybe every other time, like once a month, once every 2 to 3 weeks, or something like that. No fertilizer, but I have some on. Okay, good. When you get it, give them some. They probably just hungry. They need some food. They need some plant food. Yes. Hey, Tommy, how are you? Hi, how are you doing? I hope you are doing better. How is your hand? I'm not going to ask you to do no whole lot of typing because I know you're using one hand pretty much. Yes, I hope you're feeling better. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it because I know you need to get you some little rest there. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, and has anyone else even thought about charting out um, where they're going to plant? Be it a deck, like, I do my deck reviews. courtyard garden, veranda type style, where you have an overhead veranda gardening. Veranda gardening, guys, is nothing but having something. You can use a tent and put a tent up, something, and garden under. That's like veranda style. It's not even anything major. Hello, Auntie Mama. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I am lying down. Okay, good. You need to. Fantastic, Tommy. Get that rest. Get that rest. Yes, get that rest. So, have any of you all trained for those of you all who have just come in? I'll show you this again. This is my chart from when I this is my chart from when I just recently um, went out there and put my pots out there, um, and it saved me so much. I didn't have to move my pots around. I did this two or three times. I did this two or three times, but it was on paper. So it saved me from doing all that work of moving them around. Yes, I do chart for rotating crops and switch it around. Seems like every year, yep. But you know what? That's what they say, do. They say do not plant the same thing in the same spot year after year after year. And I did that hesitantly this year because I wanted so bad. I wanted so bad to put my tomatoes back where they grew so well last year, but I knew better. I said, nope, it says don't do that, so I didn't do it. I actually put my red mustards where my tomatoes were, moved my tomatoes all together. Yes, all together. Auntie Mama saying, hey to the mods in chat. Edward says, I'm placing my pots on my Lana, Lana, I know I'm saying that wrong, Edwards. What is that? I don't know what that is. Auntie Mom says, hey, oops. Who is oops? Auntie Mama said, hey, oops. Wait a minute, what did you say up there? Hey, oh, you said, because you said, hey, chef. Everybody still call me that. It doesn't matter if I'm on this channel or that channel. Yes. Tommy says, I have not charted it. It's in my head. I guess I need to. Well, Tommy, the one thing, two things has helped me is the same as a balcony. Okay, okay. Two things have helped me, Tommy, with charting it. One, I don't have to move this stuff around until I'm satisfied with where it's going to be. I can also visualize how it's going to look. And I've had, what, another thing, guys, I've had a lot of people ask me about those red pots I got. Child, I get those red pots from Walmart. They cost $11. They are about 15 gallons. They are cheaper than me buying 3 5-gallon buckets. And they just happen to be red. But they have all colors. They actually have a green, a blue. They have green, blue, red, gray, and there's one other color. Green, blue, red, gray. They have 5 colors. And they have them every year. $11. And they sell out fast. At least the red ones do. The other colors ones do sit there. I wish they had yellow. I like yellow. Can you tell? Red, yellow. Hey. No, I said he instead of hey. Oh, okay. Oh, you sure did. He to the mods in chat. I missed it. I missed it. That's one thing it helped me do. The second thing that it helped me with was every year, no matter how I try to label my plants outside, I end up going out there at some point in time going, what is this? What did I plant here? I have no clue. The animals got it. The birds got it. The wind got it. The squirrels took it, thought it was a nut. I don't know. But every single year I have at least 1 or 2 items out there that are unidentifiable. I can't tell by the leaves. One year was potatoes. I'm like, what in the world is this? I had forgot I planted potatoes. And I could not identify the leaves. I actually took them to a bunch of Facebook groups and was asking them, and everybody thought they were kale, spin, everything. Carrots, I got everything under the sun, but not one person said potato. Finally, they stayed there so long until the leaves, the greenery started like just falling over. I pulled them up. I had potato. bunch of them too. Potatoes. Yes, I'm growing since I have something that is growing that I have no idea where the label went on it and I have no clue. And that's another reason why I chart. Because if you look at it, I have everything written down like a flow chart. I have everything like a garden flow chart. So I've labeled it. So if it comes up missing, I come right in here. Now I'm gonna fold this in half because I have like a 5x7 size book I use for writing in for my garden. I'm gonna fold that in half and I'm gonna stick it in there. So when I go out there and something's out there and I have no clue of what it is, I'm gonna come back in here and look at this. Oh, that's what I planted there. And I like my bed that has the turnips in it. I know they're not going to be there much longer. When they're not, I'm going to scratch that out and write whatever else is in there when the turnips. But those turnips are still growing. They might be. I'm getting ready to give me another little harvest out of there. Yes, I am. So since I can't get food or coffee, I'm going to go back to searching for Lamborghinis. All right now. Yes, you need a red one. You need a red one. Yes. So, Tommy, that's what it does to me, and I'm growing. That's what it does to me. Edward says, I'm going to use a flow chart. Thanks. You're welcome. It really does help. And it also, like I said, I want green, Chef. Okay, well, green is good. Money green, yes. Um, it also helps with knowing what did well in what area. Like if you have you can also label your chart to say, okay, the sunny side or the shady side, so that you'll know what you have in that area, what side is what, um, different elements of the season, what happens in there. You can jot it down. It also give you a reference for the next year, because when sometimes after you harvest stuff, you're like, well, what was there? And then it'll keep you from replanting the exact same thing in the exact same spot the next year. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I'm growing. Said I started putting a piece of tape on the container with Sharpie. Yes, that works. That works. But see here, it might get so hot that the glue will come off from the tape and the tape won't stick anymore. Yes. Not money green, but highlighted green. Okay, you want that real neon green. Yes. Tommy says it makes sense like landscape architecture. Exactly. Exactly. My area is so small, there is no. You got radishes, so girl, please, you have radishes. Mm-mm. That's cute. My area is so small, there is no flow. That's all right. That's all right. That's cute. Yes. And I like to do it because I do have the red. And the reason I have the red pots is because number one, red is my favorite color. I don't care what the item is. I just love red. I just love red. My name could be red. That's how much I love it. So naturally, I would want it to be red. But if you all have seen my deck, I got everything lined up around pretty much the perimeter of it, because I plan to eventually get a table and some chairs so I can actually sit out there. I would love it right now if it was hot outside to do my live out there in my garden. That's just, it's solitude. It's like peace, except when the neighbors come out. I have to time it right, because I'm going to tell you, you know what? I ain't got nothing against neighbors. But Lord knows, they always come out at the wrong time. The whole family of them. They be out there cutting up. I'm like, come on, y'all, not really? You ain't got to scream. Yes, Bree says, I'm planning on purchasing me a plot of land to garden on. That would be amazing, Bree. That would be amazing. If your area is small, you can grow up. Good one, Tommy. Good one. Good one, Tommy. Yes. Yes, I'm growing. You see that message Tommy put in there? That you can grow up. You sure can. Smart. See? I wouldn't have thought of that, but that's the truth. And that's the thing about small areas. You can get so creative with it. I mean, Like she said, you can get something like you can just get a ladder. And depending on how much space you got, you can get a ladder, a step ladder, and you got all those steps. If you open it up, even if you don't open it up all the way, but you open it up enough, even if you have to, prop it up so you know it's stable and everything, you got all those stairs where you can put, they may be smaller pots, but hey, great things can grow in small pots. And then you got the top one. That's a wonderful idea, Tommy. Bree says my whole thing is to have enough food to feed my little family I'm planning for. Amen. That's what I think we're all doing, Bree. I want to be able to go outside and have a snack. Go outside and have lunch. And I like my meat. I'm not a vegetarian. But, in the cases where I can't get it, I'm good with a salad. I'm good with a salad. I really am. I really am. So, and even if it is something that, needs cooking or something, if you have a grill, you can cook your veggies cook so fast. If you have veggies that, don't taste good raw or something like that where you would want to cook them, if you don't have any other source. That's why I always tell people you need to have a charcoal or wood burning grill. All these gas grills, they are fantastic if that's what you like. But at the end of the day, if something happens and you don't have that propane, you can go find a tree limbs, and get the fire going now. Tattered Hearts, hello, hello, hello. Are you famous? You know I ain't famous, Tattered Hearts. Come on now. Who are you? Come on, Tattered Hearts. Don't eat raw food. No, you can eat raw veggies, Tattered Hearts. Yes, guys, for those of you all who don't know Tattered Hearts has been with me since the beginning of my other channel, and they're always messing with me. So sometimes I always kind of put this disclaimer out there. Sometimes their messages can sound like a troll or whatever. They're just messing with me. They've been with me a long time. Yes, I am not here. Yes, thank you, Edward. Please thumbs up to share the live out for the host. Yes, guys, if you can thumbs up the live, I'd appreciate it. And share it out. Share it out. Share it out. Yes. J.I. at Tattered Hearts. J.I. I know hi at Tattered Hearts. I know you meant hi. Auntie Mama saying, hey, Bree. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Tatted Heart, you can't say following you. This pandemic has changed my mindset on how I do things. I'm going to pretty much order my meats online and cook my veggies on the indoor or outdoor grill. I will also be making other things. Exactly. Exactly. I think it's changed the mindset of a lot of people. It's taking us back to things that some of us probably learned as a child, should have learned as a child if we were paying attention. Because we don't know. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And so it's best to be prepared to do something different and work towards it before we need to. That's the key. Before we need to. You can't wait until something happens and then say, oh, I wish I had started growing some veggies or something. You know, that's why I want a greenhouse because, and I want a real greenhouse. I know I keep saying a real greenhouse. The other ones are real too, guys. They real. But that's just something I want, like a she shed. I want a greenhouse because I do really want to be able to, under any circumstance, grow year round. And I'm not a fan of growing in my house. I don't even like starting my seedlings in my house. I just don't. That it just drives me crazy to see all those plants around. It really does. I'll be making my own soap too. Yes, you can do that. You can do that. Yes, y'all ready for the next pandemic coming? You got to get ready. If it's not a pandemic, it may be something else. That's the key. We don't know. We don't know. We just don't know. Uh, who would have thought we would still be needing to be under restrictions and masks and all that stuff. Nobody would have thought that. Nobody would have thought that. No. So, prepare now. Get what you can get in order. Learn a new skill or two. Learn a new trade or two. And if trading is growing, because trust me, if you are growing something, there is somebody in your area that is not growing. And trust me, if things get bad enough, they will be knocking at your door, standing there looking at you, wishing they had some or whatever. Growing is a means of bartering too, and when it comes down to it. So learn to grow, and if you can't do anything else, learn to grow 2 or 3 things extremely successful, where no matter what, you know how to get those seeds, you know how to grow it, you know how to time it, you know how to harvest it, you know how to get more of it. At least 2 or 3 things. Become proficient at it. Learn it, know it, research it, learn the history of it, learn what you can do with it, what you can't do with it, and how to grow it. At least 2 to 3 things. At least. I mean, I would say as much as possible, but at least 2 or 3 things. 2 or 3 things. Yes, 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 yes. Yep, it sure is. I'm growing says yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Tommy is saying true. Yes, be proficient in something that you're growing and harvesting and Tommy, I love over there. Now talking about becoming proficient in it. I have got to learn to can. I do not know how to can. I've never canned not one thing ever in my life. I have not preserved anything because if I'm cooking it, I'm fixing it, I'm eating it. It don't stay long enough for me to be trying to preserve. But I need to. That is my next step. I was actually, before coming on live, the first thing I'm going to do is you need, if you don't have equipment, save up, get what you need. I want a dehydrator, and I was on Amazon just looking at them. I don't know what kind of dehydrator to get. I don't know what the best kind of dehydrator is. I've never used a dehydrator, but that is the very first thing I want to do in regards to preserving things, because I like to grow herbs. I'm going to dry those out. I want to dry out different what beef for like jerky or meats or things like that. I want to do that. Why? I don't know. I want to do that. I think it's easy. So, but that's my first thing. So I've been looking at dehydrators. I don't know if any of you all have a dehydrator. If you can tell me what I should or should not be looking for in actually getting a dehydrator, that would be fantabulous, because I do not know and I really do need to know. Hey, Angela, how are you? It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I'm growing says I haven't done it in years, so I have to relearn all over again. Yeah, I have never done it, and that's going to be next, but I'm going to get down the dehydrating down first. That's what I want to do first. Get the plus the dehydrator seems to be cheaper, so it'll be affordable first. I will be actually able to get it. Yes, Tommy says, "You a crazy nut. I did that the other day. I dehydrated some bananas and they are good. I ate them all." Yes, see, that's why I want that dehydrator. I want a dehydrator so bad. I cannot wait. I want one. I want one. Yes. See? Bananas, plantains, all kind of things you can dehydrate. Yes, 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 yes. My air fryer is also a dehydrator. Oh, I didn't know they came like that, Angela. Wow, that's amazing. I had no clue. I'm Growing says I went on Homestead Heart's YouTube and bought one from her store. Oh, it's a smaller one than what she uses, but she knows her stuff and it works great and I love it. I didn't know they had one on in their store. I'm gonna have to go and take a look. I had no clue about that. Homestead Heart's YouTube and bought one from her store. I'm going to check that out after the live. I didn't know they had a store. Not like that. I had no clue. Yes, 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 yes. Angela says, I have 2 dehydrators. that are 25 years old, the round ones with trays. Okay, okay. Now, is it necessary, or would it? Is it? It's through Amazon. Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna definitely check that out. I'm growing. The dehydrators. Let me ask you guys this: is it or necessary or best to get one that has a um, time and temperature control on it, or does that really matter? Like a digital one that has time and temperature control. I've seen some that just have on and off. And I'm like, okay, on and off, does that mean I have to like set a kitchen timer? Or how will I know how long to dehydrate something for, or how long it's been going, or how hot it'll get? And if it doesn't have the time and temperature, is it just one heat setting on there? And does that really work for everything? Those are the questions I keep asking as I'm looking through all these pictures. And to be honest with you, the descriptions don't tell you. So I have no clue. And I really think I need that information. Show peace by growing with the Livingstons. Hey, hi, how are you? How are you? I think this is your first time in the live. If it is, welcome in to the Scaredy Cat crew. Yes. Mine just has temp setting and it has a book with it. Okay. Mine to my. Mine to my. Mine. Oh, mine to my. Okay, I got you. And it says a booklet will come with your dehydrator and will tell you the recommended times for what you are dehydrating. My old ones did. Okay. Okay. So it doesn't, that sounds like it doesn't matter if you get the one with the time and temperature or um, just one that comes on. Because, I know sometimes when you get gadgets, I call all stuff gadgetry like that, sometimes less is better because I can get very complicated. And I'm not looking for complicated. It's not necessary, but it is better. I tested one without it, and it took over 12 hours because it got hot and turned itself off. Oh, excellent, Tommy. Excellent. My old ones do not have a temp setting. I rotate my racks. Okay. 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 I was wondering about that. I was like, do you really have to, if it doesn't have it on there, you're going to have to really keep this, are you really going to have to keep a real good eye on it? Um, because I'm not a fan. That's another thing that, do most things, what is an average time that it takes to dehydrate most things? I mean, I was looking at something and somebody said something that they dehydrated something for 24 hours or something else. That's an awful long time. And I am not a fan of leaving any gadgets. I won't even put my crock pot on and leave the house. Nope, ain't happening. I just not and I know that sounds crazy because it's not like I um it's not like I turn off everything in my house before I leave. But I don't know, those small appliances bother me sometimes. I've been looking for them at the Goodwill, and I have not seen any in my area. Trust me, I've been looking for them. I have been looking for them. Yes, I have. I prefer the one with time and temp because you can't adjust the temp. Everything will not dehydrate at the same time. Okay, at the time and temp because you can't adjust the temp. Okay, I do apples. They take a while. Okay. I would like to do apples. I think I would like that. I like apple stuff, but I'm not a fan of an actual apple. I don't want an apple. I like cooked apples. I like to put apples in things. I like apple flavor, and I love applesauce. But I don't want to buy the apple. I don't want an actual whole apple. That just doesn't do anything for me. It never has. Oh my goodness, you guys are making me excited about getting a dehydrator. Hey, little bit Elijah, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I'm so happy to see you. It's another channel member coming in the house. Hey, 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 another channel member coming in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Yes, I'm growing. I like making jerky and cranberries. Yes, I put cinnamon on that. Y'all are making me hungry. This is sounding exciting and I cannot wait Y'all know I'm doing a video. I have kiwi that I have in there now. I'm about to go check. Oh my goodness, y'all making me hungry. I can't wait. Y'all getting me excited about doing this. Because that provides you with good snacks too. And that's another reason why I'm doing it, because it's like some things come out like chips. And instead of buying chips and stuff, you can dehydrate real fruit and have snacks. Snacks. Real snacks. I like to do blueberries too. I need to do cranberries. Oh my goodness. And you know, I like plantains, plantain chips. So I'm interested in doing plantains too. Oh, this is exciting, y'all. Look, I came to talk about deck review, courtyard gardens, and veranda gardening. And we talking about dehydrators, and that's okay with me. I bet that kiwi is good too. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all, this is going to be so good and exciting. Ooh wee, oh wee, ooh wee. And then what's going to really be exciting is when I grow something and I can dehydrate what I grew. Oh, suki suki now. Hey. I won't be able to wait. I'm gonna be in there staring at the thing, be like, come on, dehydrate. Come on, come on, come on, dehydrate. I made dried sweet potatoes for dog treats. That's good for people treats too. Did you say something for the people? Come on now. You can dehydrate some for people treats. That'll be good for people treats now. Come on now. Hey Canadian, how you doing? How you doing? How's everyone tonight? Just finished up with the little ones. Almost my chill time. All right now. Hey, gotta have that chill time. Yes, gotta have that chill time. Oh my goodness. Yes, goodness. Hope all is well. Everything is fantabulous over here with me. I'm growing that and making your own canned goods from what you grow as well. Yes. Yes. Those sweet potato treats are $10 a bag. Woo! I'd make some too. See, that's why I want to dehydrate all dried fruit. Typically in the stores, and I do. I love dried cranberries. I have some right now, but those can be expensive too. Those can be expensive too. All of it. It sounds amazing. Mm-mm-mm. Is there anything that you actually cannot really dehydrate well that you would think should be something common to dehydrate? I mean, like, is there any fruit or a certain vegetable or fruit or something that does not dehydrate well? Anything that you all can think of that you tried and be like, okay, I'm not going to do this one anymore because it just does not work or does not taste good. Anything like that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm excited. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow. Oh my goodness. I was just looking at them. Mm. I was just looking at them. Yes. Wow. And Auntie Mama and Angela and who else? Canadian, whoever just came in here. I want to show you guys. This is what I actually came on here for. My flow chart, my garden chart. This was how I charted my deck out to put my pots and everything. And as you can see, um, the circles, the circles over here, it was real simple. I took a ball of the nail polish and drew the circles with in the edge of my um, stapler to draw the lines because I couldn't even find a ruler. And so it was real simple, but it's going to let me know where I have things, especially when I started losing my markers out there. That's what we had talked about earlier. And it also is going to keep me from moving those pots unnecessarily because I was able to go out there in the garden, took my ink pen and my little clipboard, so I had something hard to write on, dollar store clipboard, and I was able to sit out there and draw where I wanted things, move things around, and I did it a couple of times on paper before I had it looking the way I wanted it to look. But then once I found that sweet spot, I didn't have to keep moving my stuff around. And I did it just the way I wanted to do it. And now I know what is planted in every single spot out there. And I don't have to worry about losing my markers from rain, wind, squirrel, Mr. Raccoon, Mr. Rabbit, Miss Birdie, whoever coming out there to visit, trying to get some of my veggies. Hey, all right, we have Bertha in the house from Louisiana. How are you, Bertha? Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Hello, hello. We have Louisiana in the house. I'm growing says I have a hard time with onions, and I learned if I do garlic, not to do it in the main part of the apartment because that's smart. Yes, that's smart. Auntie Mama speaking to Canadian. Yes, yes, out. She says Canadian prayer, get outdoors. You make Canadian proud, get outdoors. Yes. Oh my goodness. Absolutely, absolutely. I can imagine about that garlic, and that's another thing I'm going to be doing. That's the only thing I don't have charted on here. I bought some garlic from the store the other day, and I'm going to go out there. I have garlic actually growing out there, but in all of my beds, all of my containers, I am going to put at least 3 to 4 cloves of garlic on the edges of them in each container, because they're supposed to ward off something. But I noticed my garlic that's growing out there now has been out there since last summer. It's been out there, or last fall, and it's been out there through the winter. But nothing has been in that container. All my other containers, when I, pulled up the last stuff I had out there and harvested and everything, my garlic, nothing touched that container. However, all my other containers had plenty of nuts in them, plenty of holes in them from the squirrels or whatever got in it. So they must not like the garlic. So I'm going to put garlic in every last single container I have out there. Yes, Edward says, please thumbs up the stream. Thank you, Edwards. Tommy says, I have garlic in everything. I wish it would get rid of the squirrels. Tommy, you're going to want to see a video I have coming up. Probably, this is Wednesday. It may be the next one I put up about the squirrels. You're going to want to watch this. I have got a creative way, and I am now keeping the squirrels out. And since I have planted quite a bit of stuff out there, I have not seen a squirrel. Now, it rained all day today, so I'm going to have to redo what I did. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to tune in, but you're going to want to see that video. Real easy, real simple trick. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I am buying in bulk from the farmer's market this summer. Yes, I love garlic. I do too. I love garlic and onions. It goes in there. I use a garlic powder. If any of you all seen any of my cooking videos on my other channel, I use garlic powder. Those are my two go-to seasonings. I use them in almost everything. I literally put them in my eggs in the morning. I love garlic powder and onion powder. I don't use the salts of anything because I don't want the sodium. But the powders, oh yes. Oh yes. And I know how to make my own from garlic and onion. So as soon as I can get some, yes. Oh my God, no. As soon as I can get that dehydrated, that's what I need. Yes, that's what I need. Canadian Brown says, I'm building new raised beds and extending my garden 15 by 30. No more clutter, I hope. Awesome. They're going to be a good size. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. That's going to be really good. That is going to be amazing, Canadian. Yes. Oh my goodness. And guys, that's another thing. Since Canadian brought that up, I don't have to mention this too. Is that I did not realize until maybe, I don't know why my camera seems like it's gotten dark in here. I don't know what made the difference in the light, but okay. It's plugged up, so oh, maybe it's not. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, raised beds. Raised beds. Do you all know I did not realize all my life I thought raised beds were on one hand exactly what they are, raised beds, but I did not know that typically a raised bed is still connected to the ground where you're just building it up, adding soil onto it, but at some point in time, depending on what you plant, the roots will go down into your ground because you're just building it on top of the ground. I thought it was raised up more like a container where it was not connected or touching the ground. Ain't that crazy? But I know somebody else thinks the same thing. I just say anything I don't know. I know it's one other person out there somewhere that doesn't know too. I'm not the only one. I'm not. I'm not. Somebody else didn't know that either. I know they didn't. They just not gonna admit it. But I know they didn't know. I know they didn't. Yes. Angela says I also put dry mustard in eggs. Yes. That's amazing. I do that as well. Yes, that dry mustard and eggs. I love that. I love that. Yes, with garlic. Yes, I do too. Yes. Hey, Aura. How are you? How are you? Life with Aura's in the house. How you doing, Aura? Thank you for coming. Yes, I wanted to ask you, do I have to trim my pepper bushes? I did not. I did not. And I just harvested them as they grew. And every time I harvested some, more grew back. More grew back. They sure did. Until winter came that year. They just kept growing. I didn't have to trim them back. I didn't do anything. Mine only got maybe about a foot tall. The whole bush only got a foot tall. But it just kept flowering and peppers just kept coming. They just kept coming. Yes, it can be made where it doesn't touch the ground. I built 2 beds using fence panels. Okay, okay. I was wondering about that. Hey, Star, how you doing? How you doing? Stardust is in the building. Hello, hello, welcome in. Thank you for coming. No, you're not late. There's no such thing as late. When you get here, that's when the party starts for you, and that's fine with me. No, there is no late. You here? I thank you for coming. And even if you are late, better late than never. Hey. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Yes. Canadian says, um, y'all, I find it works so much better being plugged into the earth. Even my containers, I try to leave and make large holes in. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I'm on a deck. See, that is the one thing that I'm actually trying to move because I need a yard. I want a yard. We have no yard. Now, I know in my videos, y'all probably seeing looking down the hill and y'all seeing these trees and everything. But let me tell you something about that hill. This is my yard. Okay. Let's just say this is my deck that y'all see me on. Hey, Mama Ray Ray, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Glad to see you. This is my deck where y'all see my pots and see me out there. This is what my yard does off of my deck. If you walk out, there's a gate back here. You walk out the gate and you go around and here's the yard. I'm going to turn it to the side so you can see. This is what my yard does. It drops off. It literally drops off. It is so steep. We can't pay grass cutters to cut it. Every time they come look at it, they be like, we ain't doing that. I don't care how much they want to be paid. They will not do it. Haven't found one yet to do it. Nope. My husband goes out there with a weed whacker and walks it as slow as he can to try to cut it. So I have no yard. I've been down there once since I've lived here. I ain't never going back down there in case if I got to, I will. But I don't see any reason why I should. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, let's see. Angela says, my daughter has raised beds up on stilts. Okay, that works too. Auntie Mama says, yes, you will get peppers until the frost hit. Yes, excellent, because that's what happened to me. So, Edward, that's right. You're going to get peppers until the frost hits. Angela says, I prefer my raised beds to go into the ground to retain moisture. Okay, thank you for the thumbs up, Mama Ray Ray. Yes, 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 until frost hits the bushes, says Auntie Mama. Yes, yes, yes. You got those fantastic rectangular containers last summer. Yes, I did. I sure did. I sure did. And do you know, because of the pandemic, those I looked again, I was going to get one more. Do you know the price of those things have doubled? Literally 100%. I'm like, I'm gonna keep the ones I got, and that's gonna be no way. No way, no way. Hey, broke farmer, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in to the live. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Yes, Mama Ray Ray said hello to Edward. Canadian Prowler says, "What's up, cuz?" Yes, we got the internet cuz in the house. Broke farmer is here. I'm growing. I feel your no yard having. I know it. You sure do. You sure do. Cause you were saying earlier you didn't have any yard space. That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Yes. Angela says, Mama Ray Ray, I saw coffee mugs today with lemons on them. You know who I thought of. I know that's right. Aura says, I have carrots and cabbage that is still growing all winter. I need to look and see how many carrots in that container. Do I leave it there or look? If you want them, you know what? Look at one. See if you can pull back the dirt on the top of it, just one, and see how big and round that top is, the top half of the carrot, because where the greenery comes out at, that's the biggest part of the carrot. So if you got just a little bitty pinhead size, then you know the carrot's not really developed yet, or it's an awful small one. But if you got something big and nice and round, I'd get it. I'd get it. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Yes, 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 yes. And for everybody that came in, because this was a deck review, courtyard garden and veranda gardening. So I wanted you all to show you all that I have flow charted my deck and that it's a good idea to do a flow chart for your garden wherever you're gardening at. Be it the deck, the patio, in your yard. Draw it out so you can see where you want to place things, especially if you have containers and they're out in your yard. Maybe you have a sunny location over here and you need a certain ones to go over here. Instead of trying it, you want to draw it out. You want to see how it looks, because you can also create atmosphere. You can create a place that you want to go out and sit, where you want to be. You can find a bench somewhere. Goodwill got lots of benches, child. I'm telling you, y'all better look. So for those that just came in, I just want to show you all. This is how I charted mine, and I drew everything out. I drew everything out there, and you can see, and I labeled everything. So when the critters get my labels, and I can't figure out what is out there, boom, I come right back in here and check my chart. Check my chart. Tommy says, I call that part of carrot the butt. So check to see if it's showing. Good one, Tommy. I like that. I like that one. Bro Foreman says, a good plan always win. Yes. Yes, and pen and paper. And another thing it stopped me from doing this year, which is what I did last year. See, I didn't do this chart last year. But I learned last year, because last year I put a pot here and a pot there after it was full, a pot here and a pot here, and then I looked at it and I'm like, this ain't right. This ain't gonna work. I don't even like the way it looked. So I started moving them around, which I could move them. Thank you, Lord. I could move them. But I had to do that this year. I drew it out. And trust me, I changed it a couple of times. I said, no, you know what? I want all my tomatoes over here. I want my blueberries over here in this corner. I want my carrots over here. And I tried this year in my containers to pair things. That I found is crucial too. So if anybody is growing in any containers at all, if you're growing more than one item in the container, before you put anything in that container, find out what two or three, depending on how big your container is, go well together. And even if it is a small container, if you're going to have multiple small containers right next to each other, find out what grows well with something else and sit them together. Sit them together. So you need to pair. Wow, that's a nice container. Thank you, Mama Ray Ray. Thank you. Yes, and it don't have to be fancy. I didn't draw no fabulous circles or anything. I used fingernail polish bottle and my edge of my staple to draw the straight lines, and I drew put the fingernail polish bottle on here and took my pen and went around the circle to draw the circles because my containers are round. Now, if they were square, it would be a bunch of squares on here. So do it according to what you have. And that's another thing. If you are not growing in containers and you just have a large plot of land or small plot of land, you just got some land and you're growing in it, you can still visualize it, draw it out, and make it I'm saying make it like a she shed. Make it someplace you want to go so you will never get tired of going out there checking. We all might have to work. We got families. We got things we got to do. And sometimes you be like, oh, really? I need to go water all those plants. But if it's a nice, serene place, someplace that uplifts you and you can meditate in it or think in it or just, enjoy a breeze in it, you'll be more willing and anxious even to go out there. So, like I said earlier, for those of you all who had, just came in, even if you're using a yard, say your house is up here and you got a big square you're using, in the back you can put something that's gonna grow tall. And then you can put something colorful. Say if you're growing corn, you can put corn in the back. You know it's gonna grow tall. You know you're gonna see all this greenery growing up. In front of it, you can put tomatoes and the red against the green or something else. You can make it how you want to make it. You don't have to. I see so many people that just go and put stuff out there, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially if that's what you like. But me, I'm like, if I got to go out here every day, I mean, think about it. You put your furniture inside your house in a specific spot. You do not. I bet it ain't nobody in this life that got their couch sitting in the middle of the floor and a chair behind it where can't nobody see who's sitting in the chair and a table over there that ain't making no sense. You don't have your end tables in two separate corners across the room that ain't near nothing. Your kitchen table. You ain't got your kitchen table in the kitchen and one chair at the table there and another chair in another room. You got it organized. You got your table with your table, your chairs with your chairs, and your stuff with your stuff. Why not do the same thing outside? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I put a chair in my greenhouse. Yeah, exactly. So you can go out there and actually sit. Because sometimes, you just want to go out there and sit and think. Sit and read a book. Sit and write. Sit and just look at the fruits of your labor or whatever. That's beautiful to be able to have a chair in your greenhouse. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about, broke farmer. That's exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I gotta go try to cook. Okay, Tommy, I hope you feel better. Take care of your hand. I'll be stopping in on your videos. I know you said on your video that you got some pre-recorded uploads. I'll be checking them out. So be safe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for coming in, Tommy. I really appreciate it. Yes, and you too, Auntie Mama. I appreciate you too. I'm not gonna be on here much longer myself. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Auntie Mama, for coming in as well. So yes, guys, deck review, courtyard garden, and veranda gardening. That's what this is all about. Make your garden someplace you want to be. Someplace you want to be. Angela says we have paths with benches here and there to exactly. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Angela. Yes, indeed. And that's why you see on my deck, I'm gardening on the deck. That's why I bought pots big enough where each pot can hold three to four, three to four plants, depending on what I plant in them, so that I can have multiple ones. But they're going all around the perimeter of my deck because I'm going to put a chair and table in the middle of that deck. I'm telling you, y'all gonna see me sitting out on my deck talking to y'all eventually. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're gonna see me sitting out there, and that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. We have she sheds and he sheds. Yeah. Broke farmer, you got a he shed out there. Your greenhouse is a he shed. We got the she shed and the he shed. Hey, I'm saying, y'all say she crazy. Yes, I am. I love to have fun. I love, 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 love to have fun. Yes. But guys, I'm not going to keep y'all here all night. While the night is young, we all have families and things to do. Thank you, little bit Elijah. Yes, one of my channel members coming in with the flower pots. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you all so much for being here for my deck review, courtyard garden, and veranda gardening. I really appreciate each and every one of you all. And let me know what you guys decide to do with your gardens. I would love to hear that. Cute flower pots. Yeah, those are my some of my channel member emoji flower pots. Yes, yes, yes. Edward says, thanks, Chef. Nope, the thanks goes out to you all. Yes, thank you, mods, for helping me out. Edward, thank you so much for always being here. You are a channel member too. Appreciate you. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome sauce, awesome sauce. Okay, guys. Well, you all, everybody stay safe. Enjoy the show. Thanks, Angela. Hope to see you again next time. I'm trying to come on every Wednesday evening around 7 so that you all will know. Don't forget to check out my videos in between. I appreciate that. Trying to get my views up on those. Like, who ain't? Like, who ain't? Awesome sauce, guys. Okay, well, I will see you all next time. And remember, anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant. And I will see you on the trail.